What is up, everybody? Hello and welcome back to the Lazer Grand Arena. We are here once again, continuing on our week 2 of this incredibly fast-paced tournament. And we are continuing this on in our finals stage, contesting themselves for top 4 in this double elimination bracket. Tebi up against aknzx. Both of these guys going up against South Korean tournament titans. aknzx just barely missing on a victory against Flying Tuna, with Tebi not too far away against Armia Kokoro. Those two facing off now with a chance at top 4 if they win, or elimination if they lose. I'm Sad Shiva, and I'm joined today by the wonderful Lazer.
Hello everybody, good well, it's good morning for me, but considering the players that are playing right now, it's probably not morning for a lot of people. We've got quite a bit of a gauntlet here at the end. These 4 players are remaining, and like you said, it's double elimination. We've got matches all the way up to 15 UTC that are they're not showing in the schedule now, but yeah, essentially this match will determine who gets to advance to the top 3. And I think this one in particular is quite interesting because, as hopefully most of you know, the end of this tournament will feature original songs that the players will have to sight read on the spot. They have not been revealed yet. They will be revealed in those 2 matches. And this one basically just determines who actually gets to move on to at least one of those matches that features those, right? We've got Amamiya Kokoro and Flying Tuna on the winner's side. So, one of them, actually both of them, are going to at least advance to the top 3, but whoever wins this one will actually be able to face against the loser of them and play in one of those matches that actually has one of those originals. So pretty high stakes if it's something that the players actually care about for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they want to have that exclusive experience, right, of enjoying the new stuff that comes up and a chance to really secure themselves a badge at getting top 3, then you'll get it. You'll want to really win this one. There's a lot of desire in this. I think both these guys have proven their worth on this pool, on this tournament style, able to duke it out with genuinely incredible players.
Mm-hmm.
aknzx taking down players like Zuninator yesterday is a great example of that. Like, Zuninator, widely regarded to be one of the strongest 1v1 tournament players in the game, period. Taking her down in this tournament is prestigious, to say the least, and Tebi being in the same spot as him explains a lot, These guys have been through a rough bracket, a rough stage, and still hanging on to get into that double elimination stage. They've got potential to do some really good magic in this.
That that match, actually, the aknzx against Zuninator, actually sparked so much discussion because it featured so well the consequences of the cumulative scoring, right? Like, I think in head-to-head, Zudi won most of the maps, but because aknzx just performed so much better on a few of them, actually ended up winning the match. So, you're creating some different results here on the, with this experimental format. And I mean, Tebi getting through Nope KJK as well is quite impressive. Nope KJK, maybe not the most well-rounded player that's remaining in the tournament, or at least that was in the top 8, but very, very scary on certain skill sets. So pretty impressed, honestly. But with Tebi getting this far, I think he has a very, very challenging match ahead, and I think it only is going to get harder. But I mean, he's shown that he can do some work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what Tebi can pull off here. I think aknzx wants to kind of follow up on the similar theme that he did up against Zuninator, where he wants to abuse that absurd mechanic strength, as he is one of the last players in this tournament who is really, really deadly on specifically mechanics and speed, in aim. So that's why you see that double time 2 Taro being instantly picked up for aknzx. And that DT3 ban from Tebi, it shows a fear, and it shows something that you don't want to deal with. You also have that Bucking Mad Dog No Mod 2, which is a potential map that aknzx could abuse if that stamina and that streams are not going to be exactly what Tebi looks for. And Tebi wants to go for kind of an opposite route. He wants to abuse that hidden, he wants to abuse that gimmick. Shadow Castle being banned for aknzx, reflecting his lack of performances on that map last time against Zuninator, despite, even though, not actually doing too bad on the map comparatively. I think still a little bit afraid of Tebi's ability on this one, so getting rid of that one as his second entry ban. And it's a Mad Piano Party to be bounced back here from Tebi. Not surprising at all. A very, very sharp duality with the strategies from these players.
It's cool that we see that map actually being played. It is such a niche skill set. I'm very happy that we at least have one player remaining that's gonna want to play those. But honestly, when you look at everyone that's left, you know, Amamiya Kokoro and Flying Tuna, like they eat this type of map alive too. So might be seeing that map a little bit more here. Bestrafung as well. You know, pretty old low AR pick from OWC, I think 2021.
It's a super iconic hidden too as well. Very popular amongst tournaments. A lot of people have used it kind of like as either a late stage or kind of a mid stage in the higher SR ranking tournaments. We've seen it very, very often, and it's there for a reason. It's a really good map.
Let's just say there's a bit of a shortage of maps. Exactly like this one for this difficulty range.
Yeah.
If you're an aspiring mapper, you want to make sure your map gets played in tournament. You know, map some really high SR, low AR maps. Trust me, they'll get played.
Oh yes, please do, mappers. Take notes.
Please, we need more.
You want to be a known mapper for tournaments for hidden, man. That's where you gotta go, bro. It's gotta be hidden if you want to be really in there. Trust me, you'll get success very quickly. But yeah, double time 1 next pick of aknzx. The theme still remains to be the same. Tebi wants to lean on the gimmick. aknzx wants to lean on the mechanics. We haven't seen a hard rock map picked from either player just yet, so I'm curious to see what they want to go for. You've got 2 Hyun songs in there, both kind of precision maps. You've got the Infinity Heaven, which is your precision flow aim, and then you have Grin, which is your still kind of precision-y, but not as intense as Hard Rock 2. But instead of that, you've got that snap aim control with a bit of finger control, rhythmic finger control there as well. Mapped by KTG, so you already know what kind of style that's going to be. The one who mapped Burning Star, and if you know the guy who mapped Burning Star, you know exactly what that map has to offer. Then you have Kuina, Hard Rock 1. This is your like old linear aim kind of map that's really sporadic in its spacing. So quite awkward, not your typical Hard Rock 1 map.
Incredibly awkward, that map. I think all 3 of the Hard Rock maps actually are, I'd say, you know, favored towards more of like the specialist kind of pick, you know, like if I don't think anyone is going to want to pick these kind of maps. Actually, I don't think any of these 4 remaining players are going to specifically want to pick these maps. Unless they have done very good research or know their opponents well enough to be able to say that they play better than them. But like, this is not any of these 4 players' strong points like whatsoever. Like all 3 of these maps are so specific. Kuina in particular, right? You would expect the Hard Rock one to be comfortable, right? For the most part, this pool is kind of standard format, if you want to call it that. But this map is so awkward. It's like 225 BPM aim control or something. Yeah, and then it just casually switches to like linear aim, and it's really, really difficult. It's one of the most like aim straining maps I've ever played. So I don't know if we're gonna see that one. I really don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, both of these guys not really wanting to lean into it. It's going to be either left as a final map pick out of courtesy of the other picks and bans, or we're just going to see it like in a wave of bans very, very soon, depending on what goes down. I think maybe outside of Hard Rock 1, I don't really know if there's a map that's abusable for either player. I feel like Hard Rock 2 and Hard Rock 3 are like one of those maps that you think Tebi and aknzx could do well on. Hard Rock 1, I'm definitely leaning towards aknzx. I feel like he would be a little bit more comfortable on that aim style, even if it's a bit more awkward. That Hard Rock and that mechanics, the mechanics that have to do with general Hard Rock aim maps are there. Normal 1 as well, being banned here from Tebi shows a little bit of a fear on that raw aim from aknzx, and I don't blame him. This one mapped by Dokido, I remember one of you guys saying this in the map pool showcase, that this map, despite being very difficult, has a lot of raw aim in it, has a little bit of awkwardness that is so minuscule, it's more uncomfortable than one that's made to be uncomfortable, you know?
It's got that old school jank.
Yeah.
I think there's especially with this level of difficulty, I don't think people, you know, back when this was mapped, which I think was 2014 or something like that, 2016 maybe. You know, these types of maps didn't exist. They didn't have a template to follow. They didn't have anybody to learn from. So there's a couple of these patterns that are pretty awkward in the context of an 8-star aim map. Yeah.
Yeah. And looking at the players, a little unsure of exactly how the banning format works. Just a little unsure, just making sure that they're on the same pages here. But like we said, Lazer, yeah, like we said, Hard Rock 3 and Hard Rock 1 instantly banned here from both our players. Hard Rock 2 is the last one that's open. We're going to another pick stage now. And it's going to be Hard Rock 2, finally. Okay, Infinity Heaven is going to be picked up from Tebi. Rhythmic Flow
Probably the most, I mean, that's kind of just a precision flow aim map, right? I think everybody can sort of play these things. Not well, but you know, it's not really going to challenge either of these people. I'm more curious about... I don't think we've seen DT3 being played yet. I don't know. I'm not sure.
String 3
all the matches, but that map is something else. We weren't sure if that one was actually like even playable. We had to confirm. Oh, and there it is. All right.
Oh yeah. You mean sorry? You meant DT4. I was about to say.
Oh, yeah. DT4. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
String Theocracy. We didn't even know if this map was like playable. We had to confirm like individually for playtesters. To know whether or not this was even poolable. This map is a little extreme, so I'm glad we get to at least see it in one of these matches here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like you said, this map's insanely hard. I looked and I was like, dude, like how are some of these players supposed to hit this? This is some insanely fast, like swing heavy alt aim control. It's so difficult. And it's a little bit niche. I forgot its exact statistics. If I was just to quickly double check now, it's DT 1.4x, not 1.5. But don't let that deceive you. It's still very quick. 10.4 AR as well. 325 BPM. That's the stat you're really looking at there. That's the tempo of some of these alt patterns. That's just so scary. And yeah, it's notorious. That's why it's not been picked very often, if not for this entire tournament until now. I don't believe I've seen it picked. I think maybe Omiya Kokoro and Tebi played it, potentially. But yeah, it's a really hard map, avoided by many players. And yeah, I don't blame them.
Yeah, and gonna be banning up until the next map here. I mean, we've got 2 remaining. And it is going to be that Barking Mad Dog No Mod 2. I think a lot of people are pretty familiar with this one too. It's one of the older, like more iconic ones. So we are going to be seeing that one played as well. So we've got the full list of 7 maps here, starting off with some speed DT. I guess you could call it DT. Should we? It's the map is at 1.2. Is that DT?
I mean, considering considering
it's the sped up version, guys.
Tower is literally used as like a no mod 2 in OWC, like round of 32. So considering this being sped up even a little bit scares me.
It's a fast no mod 2. We'll call it that.
It's a very fast no mod 2. 228 BPM with streams at the length that tower is. It's a hard one. It's really tough. I don't think it's as it's not nearly as speed intensive. It is very much looking at that flow aim and stamina to be the biggest issue. So, you know, obviously in favor of aknzx, but Tebi has a chance to maybe at least compete in around the first half of the map. But later on, when it starts to get more stamina heavy, I think it's going to take a bit of a toll on him. So he's got to suppress as much as he can on this one.
I wonder if it's better to play that type of map as the first map, or later on here, like just in regards with stamina, right? Because they are sitting in this lobby for a little bit to do the draft, right? Like this draft with all the 7 maps, and I guess you know, getting people in the lobby and stuff, it took 12 minutes, right? You're not super warm at this point, so opening up the match here just to go straight into Taro DT or Taro 1.2, Taro sped up. Are we back?
Are we back? We are so back. Nice.
We are back. All right.
We are back.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Twitch not being so friendly, I suppose, but I think we're back on.
Yeah, sorry about that, people. We're all good. A little technical difficulty with Twitch being a little mean, but it's all good. We're still going to be casting this match. We're just waiting on our players to start. I think we need to just make sure everything's correct, everyone's ready, and then we get into it. What are your thoughts on the Dreaming Attraction final map, by the way, Aza? What are your thoughts on that? Because I feel like this is more aknzx favored.
I think so too, but I mean, I think if you look at most of the scores that both of these players have done throughout the tournament, I think this match is already kind of aknzx favored. So I think if we get to that point, there's probably going to be a score gap large enough that I'm not sure if it's going to really matter as a last map, right? If it is close, though, I think that is a pretty exciting map because it's probably one of the more volatile ones in terms of score, right? It's a lot of people can play this, but it's pretty easy to just misaim, you know, like 1 or 2 notes on a stream and reset a combo. And it's actually one of those maps where I think probably one of the more comboable maps of the pool. So that ends up actually mattering a lot.
Okay. Just waiting for us to start now. We are all ready to go, it seems. I'm really curious on how aknzx will fare on map Piano Party, because I think he's showing on Bestrafang showed a bit of potential which is good, right? You know, I think the big issue with Zuyunid, like you said earlier in the format, was that her weakness on speed was too much to ignore. You know, it's not one of those things where you can kind of tank it and just let the map point go through. No, it's score. You know, if you let that lead go down too far, it's really deadly for you. aknzx, despite obviously preferring not to run gimmick, is quite flexible and quite well-rounded. So he might be able to suppress just a little bit on Bestrafang at least. On my Piano Party, I'm not as sure. I don't actually know. I haven't seen him play it. So unless someone can tell me a score that he got, I'm really curious to what goes down here.
I think we're still sorting out a couple things here, but we'll be good to go very soon. Got the full map list on the right. You know, if it's your first match you're watching, we draft the full match order here in a row, so all 7 of these maps will be played in that order. Pretty wild range of maps. You can definitely see, like, right off the bat, like the differences in the player picks. Right, we got aknzx just picking double DT and Tebi just picking double gimmick. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit of a stark contrast between both of these picks.
I mean, I'm excited to see the last 2 maps before Dreaming Attraction, Infinity Heaven, and Strength Theocracy. I think those ones are really exciting. I'm curious, you know, because I think Tebi's quite gifted on some of this control. But it's so quick, it's so rapid. Is it going to be fast enough for him? It is AR 10.4, and then you have Infinity Heaven, which, you know, again, similar story. Both players are capable of this, you know. Just so eager to see the start, man. Seems like we might get ready to go now. Alrighty, reminder, people. This is elimination match. Whoever wins this secures themselves top 4 and a chance at top 3 in this tournament.
No, actually, I think whoever wins this is top 3. There's only 4 players remaining, right? So whoever loses this is 4th place.
My bad. I heard somewhere else that it was for top 4, but that might just be my brain not working.
It's
anyway,
top 4 for the loser.
Okay, top. Okay, got you. Top 4 for the okay, top 3. So it is either top 3 or elimination for both of these players.
That's
Stakes are high. That you want to get that bronze podium spot, and both players are super hungry. They've fought really hard against some of the best players in the game. So it's up to this one now. aknzx and Tebi, let's get into it. Taro, first opening map here for aknzx. A player who's proven so much volatility on this mechanic, so much power on that strength, abusing some of the best players in the world on it. And so far, so good. Only an early combo break there from Tebi. Accuracy decently in his favor until he cracks on that stamina and drops a lot of ac. 98 to 95 now, with aknzx, despite dropping, still holding on to a solid 97.5. Look at these flowing streams, though. Really brutal.
Brutal. 228 BPM on these patterns.
Yeah, this is a tough map, man. this flow aim with the BPM just makes it so difficult to hold on to for a consistent rate, man. aknzx is holding himself quite strong here. You got 98.3 accuracy still holding on there, and good combo to build up as well. Only one miss on that spike on the streams. And Tebi on the other side, unfortunately not having as good of a time here. 92 ac, dropping a lot on that spike. And mitigated combo as well, only about 100 coming up soon. And we got more to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Tebi here, it's definitely just about mitigating the damage, right? A little bit of a different mindset that has been important a lot for this, you know, cumulative score is just really thinking about the long con here, right? Like, it might not matter usually if you just lose a first map like this, but this score, it gets carried out with the next 6 maps as well, right? So definitely trying to minimize the damage here on aknzx's first pick. Kind of expected to lose that one, so...
Yeah, you're forced to be locked in on every single map that you play, and for some players, that's such a difficult mountain to climb, and it's so dangerous, especially if you're entry picking these stamina maps, right? If you're entry picking stamina heavy maps, your stamina and your fatigue is going to be a lot more present later on in the maps that you have to perform on. So a good opening start here for aknzx, a really dominating start here. It's started to encroach almost 300,000 score. And we're getting down to the last 10 seconds of the map here. Tebi still trying to hold on as much as he can on this ending stream, but you're seeing a lot of act drops here. Quite a bit of combo drops as well, not able to hold on to anything major, and aknzx just absolutely dominates here. 368,000 score. It's a really one-sided win in favor of aknzx.
2 misses on that is a little crazy.
Yes.
That's a pretty major gap here. 368,000. Usually that one is close to a match decider already, right? So first map off here, Tebi's gonna have a lot of ground to make back here. I mean, he's got 2 of his picks to make that ground up on, but yeah, I'd say a little bit of an uphill battle here already.
Oh, it's so daunting to see that score difference, you know? It's so daunting. And you've got, the pressure is all on you now. Like, you're expected to perform on this, and if you slip up even just a little bit, that's going to really damage you. He needs to get a combined 180, nearly 190,000 score difference on both maps.
I mean, if he's going to do it on any single one of these maps, it's probably going to be this one.
Has to be this one, yeah. Only a few early misses here from aknzx. Just dropping a little bit of combo. But accuracy is actually in his favor, keeping that lead just a little bit, but we're getting into the really difficult stream patterns now with that overlapping ridiculous control here. Just look at this stream pattern here. Tebi misses on the combo, and aknzx is still holding on. Not letting the slip up at all, keeping his accuracy intact as well. Oh, these patterns are just brutal. 50s dropped there from aknzx. Finally, a combo break. And now the playing field's been evened out now. That drop, leading him to collapse just a little bit, gives Tebi some room. The lead's now in his favor, and he's got to build this as much as he can. Accuracy is still really close. He's going to have to hold on and hope for a massive collapse here from aknzx to make it the level of a lead that he needs, man.
And accuracy here actually matters so much more too, right? Normally on a map like this, if you mess up, you're kind of tempted to overstream and just, you know, get a bunch of 50s and 100s and catch up, but that will actually just tank your score so much more than if you just take the one miss and then just, you know, just recover and hit normally there. So accuracy mattering a lot, but I mean, we do see Tebi back on his feet here near the ending with a 500 combo building up. Much needed lead here.
Tebi? Oh my god, Tebi! Tebi's hitting this entire Tebi! Oh my lord! Yeah, that pattern's insane. So ridiculous. Even with the leniency that Lazer gives you with that note lock, that's still a really difficult pattern to hold on to. And Tebi just passes the test with flying colors, able to hit this entirety pattern here. Finally drops on the little spike here. And aknzx is managing to hit it all as well, despite missing just afterwards on a pretty tame part. It's a good push here from Tebi. That combo game alone gives about 130,000 score, which is a solid win here for Tebi. That pop-off was crazy.
Yeah, that was a bit of a key moment here for Tebi. I think definitely needed to keep that one going. And Did when it mattered, but also for aknzx at the start here, right? Like that long combo you got at the start definitely helps to mitigate how much score would have been lost on this map. And now we're going to be getting into low AR hidden, following some gimmick. And yeah, I mean, Tebi still has a little bit of ground to make, right? We've seen one pick of each so far. It is worth noting that so far, I think the speed gaps in like the speed score gaps have been quite larger than most of the other maps, so it is something to consider. I don't think, you know, even when we get to aknzx's later picks, I don't think we're going to get to see a 300k difference anymore. But the fact that we can open the match with such a strong lead for strong lead for aknzx, I think is going to matter in the long run. But we are going to get into Bestrafung now. Good old AR8 hidden.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, this is a tournament classic. It's been very popular, recently used, and for a reason. It's a really, really good AR8 map. It's got that really difficult linear aim. It's got that reading in there applied. It's got some awkward aim control. You can already see it here. This style is really, really difficult.
This is one of those maps where you can't really stumble your way through. It has so much very precise pattern aim, which is like kind of secretly the difficulty of all this, right? Just the fact that it's low AR, you can't really see what you're hitting. But the way the patterns are built up, you'll see in this section here, you have to be so proficient at low AR to be able to aim all of these correctly, because like your muscle memory or whatever, like your intuition won't cut it. So yeah, definitely need to be very, very proficient at low AR to be able to hit some of these patterns here.
Yeah, for both of these players so far, it's actually a big tug of war going on right now. You see these accuracies being traded and combo misses being traded as well. Big linear aim spike there, hit from both players after missing earlier on. It's still really close, but only a little bit more in favor of Tebi, but this isn't the scoreline that you want. You want this to be a little bit more dominant for Tebi. We still got about 2/3 of the map left to go, so there's still room for improvement, but aknzx is not allowing that to really flourish, at least not yet. He's hitting these sections, does miss on the combo there, and there's the break. So Tebi knows where he's at now. You got to worry about that combo. That combo game is going to be really valuable in the long run, as long as you can hold for as long as you can. And that accuracy, despite being more valuable on Lazer, is something that I think you're just going to have to not worry about for now. I think you're just going to have to really focus on keeping that combo in check, because I think both players are just going to be really evenly matched in accuracy. That's not going to be what's difficult here. These awkward aim sections are really what's going to punish your combo, but Tebi is not able to keep it alive there with the combo. And it's going to even the grounds once again.
I think this is one of those maps where it's actually more likely to miss than it is to get 100. You'll probably see that on the end card here, that you're very likely to see more misses than hundreds for both of these players. 58k though, before this last section here for Tebi.
Yeah, it's a decent lead. You need a little bit more to be secure. You've got the double time one coming up next. It's very mechanics heavy, and aknzx is one of, if not the best double time one player left in this tournament. So you've got a looming fear coming up right now, and although you're gaining that advantage, it's not by a lot, from 58 to 65, closing in now with this drops towards the ending. This part gets a lot more difficult, way more sporadic aim sections, and Tebi just can't hold the combo. Does keep the lead though, 67. Can he make it 70 towards the very end? You got about 30 seconds of the map left to go. Combo is dead even. Accuracy 1% in favor of Tebi. This is much closer than I think Tebi wants here. It's starting to close in now. Tebi's not able to hold on towards his ending sections, and aknzx is trying his best to mitigate as much as he can. He's doing a really good job here. Final stream to come through. A little bit of act drops there from Tebi.
Yeah, aknzx actually doing a very good job at surviving here, honestly.
Yeah.
Definitely not a map that's part of his skill set, you know. But only 71k difference here. Like you said, I think Tebi probably needed that to be a little bit higher. We're now at 168k, still in the favor of aknzx. And we're back on his pick now. It's just straight back to DT after all that, right? So yeah, pretty comfortable ground for him to be on right now.
Yeah, aknzx got that solid 168k buffer. Last time we saw him play this, he was very, very dominant on it. 800,000 score from what I remember against Zioneta. And that should tell you quite a bit. aknzx is a really, really deadly player. Is very flexible in tournaments, and I think that's why a lot of people are seeing him as a great up-and-coming prodigy player coming up. You know, the second Australian prodigy to come out in the last few years. And if there's any skill set where he is absolutely the best on, it is double time ones. This is your mechanics heavy, double time aim, high BPM, high approach rate, with a lot of those wait, what BPM burst is this? It is 270 BPM bursts applied there as well. AR 10.4. So again, you got to deal with that fast reading, and that's what he's really comfy on. So Tebi, despite being capable, this isn't one of those things to discredit Tebi. This is more to really emphasize how good aknzx is on this. Tebi can still pull something on here. I think with double time ones, it is really just the bursts and maybe the stamina later on, which is going to maybe hit him a little bit. But I think this style and this approach rate is in his pool game. It is more those bursts that are going to be what's an issue for him, and you can kind of see it reflected in this accuracy. Only a few moments where the combo game goes down, but aknzx hits that first ki beautifully here, hits that 99% accuracy as well.
Going from Bestrafung to this is crazy. You got the low AR hit straight into the AR 10.4.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's clear now Tebi's starting to falter a little bit here. He's not able to keep any combo up. And this is just, I mean, this is skyrocketing in favor of aknzx. It's getting out of control. It's starting to become a bit of a vicious spiral here as we get into the final third of the map. Into the guitar solo section now. This part will have a lot more speed in it and a few more spiky jumps in there until we get into the final ki. Like this one right here. aknzx hits everything. It's just getting too one-sided now. 250,000 score. Tebi can't keep up with the DT1. The sharp contrast has hit him a little bit too hard here. And aknzx is running away with it. Grin on his face. He knows he can just push this as far and away as possible to make those next few maps unnecessary. No way. Ending pattern here. aknzx, oh my god!
Okay.
No way, man. Is he gonna full combo this? Getting to the final 5 seconds of the map. Oh,
what?
No! No way! He hits the spike at the end as well. What is that, man?
Literally missed on air. I put that one in the book. You cursed that guy. Come on.
You can save that one. Put it in the books, why don't you? Put that one in the curse books.
600
No way.
Gap now, though.
That's just, dude. I don't. I'm sorry, that has to be such a dominant next few maps here from Tebi, and I don't know if that's going to be possible. I mean, 620,000 score, man.
I think,
like,
you know, I was not really looking at aknzx potentially winning the tournament. Like, I don't think he's one of the favorites to do it, but with these DT scores, if he can do that against the other two remaining players as well, I think that might be a question whether or not he can actually win this tournament now. He's a little bit of a long road ahead, right? You got to play every single other person in the top 4 after this if he wins this match. But man, like, it's just so much score when you're just almost FCing every DT map here, right? So
yeah,
got a strong skill set. He's here to play it. We are going to be seeing a little bit of other stuff now. We're going to have to see how these two players are going to be doing on flow, precision, hard rock, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's got, obviously it's CS 7.8, which is just in and of itself really, really scary. Some players just simply cannot process these patterns. O2 for ants, you could say.
Yeah.
But not only do you have that intense precision, but you have some of this really scary space flowing here. You know, a lot of these notes are detached from each other. You don't have any chains. Like, these streams here can just be so brutal. D-cell, Axel, look at the spacing on these. It can be so sporadic, and later on in this map as well, you're going to have some sharp twists and turns. You already see it with some of these patterns here. The BPM isn't really the issue here. It's really just that raw flow and that raw control. And even though Lazer's a little bit more lenient with your note locking, it's still really, really hard. And that does lead to a drop from Tebi and a clean sweep from aknzx.
Okay, that hitting that pattern is I think where it starts to get a little bit real. That one's not easy at all. It's so spaced.
mean, look at these cuts. Look at those twists. Finally, a miss there from aknzx, but it's not a chain miss here. He doesn't lose a lot of accuracy. And the combo game's
actually
even.
That's a Lazer moment right there. aknzx just missed one note, unstable, would have missed the entire stream, had to recover. aknzx knows he's playing on Lazer, just misses one and keeps hitting the rest of it as normal, right? So minimizing the amount of damage that does, and I think it's paying off here. Almost 200k lead at the end.
Yeah, it dividends, right? I mean, look at these patterns here now. Both players struggling. Tebi not able to keep the combo alive here, let alone accuracy. Final ending 20 seconds of the map. There really isn't anything left to really worry about. aknzx wins by a whole 2% in accuracy. And giant combo game lead in that first KI at the start. aknzx once again increases his mountain of a lead by 186,000 score.
Well, if there was a doubt at this point, I think aknzx can rest easy. We've got 2 maps remaining with an 800,000 point difference here. You would have to like not play to lose this match. So
yeah,
can already kind of you know, congratulate him on the entrance to the top 3 here. Tebi would need a to create the world's 8th wonder or something to win this match at this point, but we're still playing the last 2 maps here. I'm glad we get to see String Theocracy, maybe with less, you know, less nerves here, perhaps. Right? I think both players kind of know it's we're just playing for fun now, so get to see a little bit of a showcase of this crazy map that is somehow playable. At I think this is a 1.4 in the pool as well, so not quite DT, but close enough.
I mean, the map doesn't need 1.5 to be really difficult. This is already crazy at 1.4. I think this would be bordering on impossible, or, you know, close levels of difficulty if we were to try and mimic this. And this is a banger song as well. I love this song. String Theocracy is one of my personal favorite Millie songs.
Okay, now if he FCs this one, I think I'm already giving them the gold medal.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, this is once again a map that's in his ball game here. Only other players that could contest him on it are Amamir Coco and Flying Tuna. Like, maybe Henry as well, potentially. But Henry's already knocked out the tournament here. Lost Amamir Coco earlier on. And first Ki already here. This is a really short map, might I add here. Just bordering on 4 minutes. Not 4 minutes, sorry, 2 minutes. That's not long. That's not short. But first Ki here. Full comboed from aknzx. Tebi not able to contest, I mean, anything really. 88 accuracy, nearly a whole 10%. Combo as well, not there. Finally a miss there from aknzx on that little burst jump there that ends up hitting him, hitting a little too hard on him. But I mean, still, this is, again, very one-sided here.
Yeah, the AR on this map is so tough too. It's not even just the patterning, right?
Yeah, it's AR 10.4. I mean, this is so scary. Look at these patterns here. I mean, no wonder it's one of, if not the most difficult map in the pool. This is just so unforgiving. And towards the ending here, both players are falling apart at a decent margin, but it's very clear aknzx favored. And towards the final, about 10 seconds of the map, the timer is sped up here. We haven't actually been hearing this for 2 minutes, have we? It's
yeah, the timer is going before, yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually 1 minute and 45 seconds long. So the last like 10 seconds of the map here. And again, it's another victory for aknzx. And that score lead that he's established here eclipses 1 million score difference. And that makes it physically impossible.
1,000 points on this.
What? This makes it physically impossible for Tebi to win. aknzx can literally not play the game, lose by 1 million, and still win. This is now in physically impossible territories. We're now into the showcase. Number 2 showcase.
Well, I did say I did mention the scenario when you asked me how I felt about this map. And yeah, I guess we're seeing exactly that. I think the match has already been won by aknzx. So yeah, Number 2 for fun.
Yeah,
we did see. I think this one is pretty interesting though, because there's a pretty high chance that we still get to see this map played a lot in the remaining matches. Amamiya Kokoro was like borderline SSing this map with misses, so I'm sure we'll see it a little bit more.
Amamiya Cooker has a thing with some of these tapping maps where, like, as long as it's not too extreme, he suffers more from misses than act losses. Yeah. We've seen it quite a lot on some of the tapping maps that he's played, especially in OWC. I remember one particular map in The Last Straw against the Philippines, where he literally got more misses than he had 100s. Like, it's insane sometimes, the guy. Not even known for being really strong on tapping, yet being able to be that consistent as long as it isn't too extreme. But yeah, that's something to that's something for aknzx to worry about later on in the tournament. But so far in the intersection here, still 100% in favor of aknzx. Past that intersection, but you got a lot to go. There are a lot of stream patterns here, lots of flowing, much more emphasized compared to last week's where it was much more on that stamina and raw mechanics. This one massively improves in that flow aim and ramps down a bit on the stamina here. Not as many long chains, not as high BPM, 205 instead of 220. It's much more heavy on that flow aim.
Alright, so apparently multiple players in this tournament can borderline SS this map.
So not just Amamiya Coco. Good to know. Noted.
No slider ends drop on those sliders, okay.
I mean, especially when these sliders are a lot more punishing on Lazer. Oh, no way!
Oh, 100!
Oh my god. Finally.
That would have actually, unstable, that would have actually been a slider break, I think.
Yeah.
Because he mistimed one of the kick sliders in the middle of the kick slider stream, so. No, okay, apparently finds one miss, but dude, calm down.
On the more control heavy part of the map as well, not even its hardest flow aim sections. It's more of those like doubles on the cuts here. Finally, the biggest space flow in there does lead finally to a break there from aknzx. And Tebi unfortunately not able to really rival anything here. 94.9% accuracy with no combo to speak of. Still, man, like, what the heck is he doing?
How many 600s is this guy gonna do in one match?
You know, I don't know. Like, we were thinking that, you know, he maybe already set the LGAPP record yesterday when he almost FC'd DT3. You know, maybe there's a lot more to come. Maybe he can do more.
I think, whoever is playing in the lower bracket finals, so I guess it can be aknzx versus the loser of Amamiya and Tuna. That original that's going to be in that match might be the LGAPP record. We can't really, you know, explain too much about it because that map has yet to be revealed. But yeah, definitely gonna want to take a look at that one.
Yeah.
Might see some numbers going up.
Oh my god, okay. Getting to a spike here. aknzx is hitting everything. No act drops either. 99.66 accuracy here from aknzx.
That's like 102 misses, right?
There's no world. There's no world. No way, man. Slider jumps here. Any slider break towards the end? Space stream? No, sir. Let's go, aknzx. 2 misses, 3 100s, and 150. What the hell, man? What a way to end it off.
Yeah, this map doesn't even matter at all, but that is such a crazy score. I mean, it's good to see. I think this score right here, the fact that this was still played, will probably affect the draft in the next couple of matches, right? Because, like I said, Amamiya also plays this map, also gets 800k, right? So that might, you know, change one of their minds if they wanted to play this map, because it might just be a very neutral map in the end. But here it is. We can officially congratulate. We kind of did 2 maps ago, but we can officially welcome aknzx to the top 3 here. So we'll be playing in the losers finals against the loser of Amamiya Kokoro and Flying Tuna, and Tebi getting top 4. I mean, a little bit of a tall mountain to climb here for these 3 remaining players for Tebi, but still showed up, still performed amazingly, beat some amazing players on the way there. So all in all, I think should be pretty happy with their performance here.
Yeah, I agree. Bravo, Tebi. Definitely a player that I think was overlooked amongst the myriad of talent here. Able to show himself and keep himself in top 4, overtaking players like Henry, Zudinator, Welter. Like, I mean, it's still a great showing from the guy and worthy of giving congratulations to, for sure. Good job of getting top 3, man. But the aknzx it's a new battle now. Top 3.
This upcoming match should be pretty interesting because Tuna's opponent in the previous stage was Welter, and Welter is currently at like the Moscow LAN event and could not find a setup to play. So that was a default victory for Tuna. So we have not yet seen Tuna play this pool. At least in the last. I guess we did see one, but that last map was not played. Right, that last match was not played. We saw Tuna beat out aknzx, but that's about it. So much less information to go on Tuna about how they go on this pool. Right, both of these players will get secured top 3. Amamiya Kokoro and Flank Tuna being on the winner's side. So that's going to be happening pretty soon. This is going to be the last match without an original at the end. Every match after this one, so lower bracket grand finals and the grand finals, will have an original at the end. So for a full pool, this is going to be the last one that we get to see in 10 minutes. So, go get up, go for a walk, grab a drink. We'll be right back 10 minutes from now.
Yes, sir.